Hello friends, this is Astrologer Mohnish once again, and thank you for watching my videos about Vedic Astrology. I hope you're staying safe and staying happy. And I'm thankful to you for watching my videos, subscribing to my channel, and sending me your feedback and comments. Well, in this video, I will be sharing with you one of the most simplest, easiest, and very, very powerful technique of knowing about yourself in less than 5 minutes. Yes, literally less than 5 minutes. Sage Prashara, the father of Vedic astrology, he was spiritually so evolved that he knew that in this time and era where we are living as humans, in this time and era which is known as the Kali Yuga, Sage Prashara knew that the human mind, human conscious will not be at the level where it will be easier for people or human beings to demystify or read their natal chart easily. Why? Because even Sage Prashara knew that learning astrology is not easy thing. It has a lot of combination and permutations before you try to read anybody's natal chart. And that's why, knowingly that in this era where we are living, our human conscious or our conscious level is not that evolved that it will be easier for us to understand the rules and the logics, the permutation and the combination of several different things while reading the natal chart. Sage Prashara developed a very simplified technique for the people of this era and this time. Sage Prashara knew that in Kali Yuga, everything will be digitalized. People, human beings will only know the game of numbers. Everything is digitalized. The computer is digitalized too. Everything is based on 0, 1, 0, 1. Everything is digital. The music is digitalized. The watches are digitalized. The computers are digitalized, the robotics are digitalized. Every part of our life, every equipment we touch is based on the digital technologies nowadays. So Sage Prashara knew that. And that's the reason for this particular era, he developed a very strong and powerful digital technology to read your natal chart, which is known as Ashtakavarga system of Vedic astrology. And I'm sure if you have ever heard about it, you might be knowing what I'm talking about. Ashtakavarga means, Ashtak means 8, number 8 in Sanskrit. Ashtak is a Sanskrit word. And Varga means divisions. So 8 divisions or 8 points. So 8-point system developed by Sage Prashara is completely digitalized picture of your natal chart. Sage Prashara made this system, and there's a conversation recorded between him and his disciple that why he is developing this system, where Sage Prashara himself has mentioned that this system will be used in the time and era where human mind will be more digitalized, where they are not spiritually so evolved to understand the complexities and the layers and every layer of astrology and so many permutations and combinations involved in that. So once you understand this system, you will be enlightened instantly. That's my personal guarantee to you. This video will talk to you and will remain in your head forever because this video will enlighten you instantly the moment you will open your chart. Because your brain, your mind understands the logic of the digital world, the mathematics, what we have learned in our schooling time, and the age and the day we are living in. Everything is digitalized. So for your brain and your subconscious and conscious mind to understand this, acknowledges grasp it, will be very easier. And this will remain in your head, in your subconscious mind forever. You will feel that your conscious level has been increased after you finish watching this video, because this will literally enlighten you that how sage Prasha 5,000 years ago knew that we're going to be living in the age and day of the digitalized world, and at that time he gave us this technique and method to know about us, our life, in less than 5 minutes. The Ashtakavarga system can not only tell you about your life in less than 5 minutes, but it can also talk about the transits, where the planets are at this point in time in the zodiac belt, and how effectively they are to give you good or bad results. So Ashtakavarga system, 8 points system, is used for not only to understand your life in less than 5 minutes, but it's also been heavily used by the Vedic astrologers to know that what results you should be expecting in your day-to-day life through what planets. So in transit, where the planets are, learning the Ashtakavarga system, these techniques will teach you and tell you how you can decode them. Will that day will be auspicious for you to get certain results of life, or will that day will be unfavorable for you to start anything new? Will you find success and fortune favoring you, or will you find obstacles and problems and issues and challenges? Precisely on a day-to-day basis. That's the reason I tell you that this video will enlighten you instantly. If you are a follower of Vedic astrology, and if you are devoted learner of Vedic astrology, and even if you are a beginner learner of astrology, you will see there will be some change in your subconscious mind after you finish watching this video, because you will start thinking about the technique what I'm going to show you, and also you will start feeling yourself as being spiritually evolved person who can literally open charts and see what area of life is going to be more dominant and what areas of life are going to be the weakest in anyone's chart. So without further talks, let's straight jump into and see what that technique is. I'm going to share my screen with you. This is the chart. This is Jagannath Hora, the software I use. I'm sure you might have already downloaded it. If not, then please do it. One of the best Vedic astrology software available free of cost. When you open your chart, come to the key info tab here, and all you need to see is this area. That's all. You see here BAV, Ashtakavarga, Bhina Ashtakavarga, that's a Sanskrit word, and you see SAV. SAV stands for Samudaya Ashtakavarga or Sarva Ashtakavarga. Sarva means accumulated. So you call it with any name. We can call it SAV here. So this is the accumulation points of all the planets in your chart. And for each planet, these are the points they got for each and every house. The point system is the 8 are the maximum points. Okay? I'll come to the theory, but understand this. 8, every planet in this universe, in the zodiac, at any given point is interacting with other planets and with the 12 houses. All these cosmic energies are vibrating because the time is always traveling. We are not living in a constant world. We are always living in a world which is moving forward. The time never stops. These 7 planets, and when I'm talking 7 planets, there is no Rahu and Ketu here in Ashtakavarga system. Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and then we also take the ascendant as one of the planets. So it becomes 8 planets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And each and every planet, including the ascendant, is interacting with each other in the zodiac at a constant pace every time, creating that vibrations. And those vibrations are being scored digitally by each planet in every house system. For instance, you see Sun here, it is allocating itself 4 points in the first house, 4 in the second, 5 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and so on and so forth. Mercury is doing the point system here. So out of 8, 8 is a maximum based on where the planet is, based on sign where the planet is, friendly sign, neutral sign, enemy sign, who is expecting, debilitated, exalted, everything is cooked into this pizza and the points have been generated. Out of 8, how many points Sun is getting in each house? How many points Moon is getting in each house? How many points Mars is getting in each house? How many points Mercury is getting in each house? And this is very much required for us to decode the transits. And I will show you that very easy technique. This is the final picture, the accumulated picture of all the planets' strength for each house. When every planet is producing their cosmic energy and vibrations, how much they are influencing each house, the score tells us. This score is 64 is the maximum score here for each house, because there are 8 planets, 7 planets and 1 ascendant, means 8 planets, and they can each give 8 points to each house. So the total becomes 64. So out of 64, you can see each house gets a score based on how the cosmic energies, the 7 planets and the ascendant sign is interacting, is giving its cosmic energy to each of these houses. The more the numbers, the power of that house increases. It strengthens. Every planet is helping that house to strengthen. Lowest the number, the house is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. So I'm going to increase the size of this window because we are going to focus here only. Don't look at anything else. When you're reading about Ashtakavarga, just focus on these. Just focus on these. So all you have to do is open your chart and just focus on this house. This is the Sarva Ashtakavarga, Samudaya Ashtakavarga chart, or an accumulated Ashtakavarga chart. Don't look at here, don't look at here. Only look at here, SAV chart. And the points you see here are the points which is being allocated to every house based on the interaction of the 7 planets and the ascendant sign. So 8 planets, including the ascendant, they are vibrating, and based on their aspects, their friendliness, their being neutral, how they are interacting with each other, this system has been scored. This chart is showing that final score each house has obtained based on the interaction of those 8 cosmic energies at the time of your birth. Now understand the rule. 64 is the maximum point a house can get, because there are 8 energies and each energy can give my maximum of 8 points. So it becomes 64 is the total point accumulation any house can get. Now the rule of thumb is if you see any house less than 25 points, that house is considered to be a weak house. If you see any house which has a score of in between 25 and 28, that's considered to be medium strength house. And any house which has a strength of above 28 score, it's considered to be the strong house. And if we divide 64 by 2, like 50% of the strength, we get 32. So anything 32 and above 32 is excellent strength of that house. These are the thumb rules to understand how the Ashtakavarga system works. Now, how to read this chart? It's very, very, very easy. And for this example, I'm going to open the chart of a famous personality, Mr. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India. The first thing you need to do is highlight this. The first step is find the weakest house and the strongest house. The weakest house in Narendra Modi's chart is the 12th house. And the strongest is, which is scoring the maximum here, the 11th house. 12th house is your accumulated losses of life. 11th house is your accumulated gains of life. Understand this. You should always have your 12th house score less than 11th house. If you see this, that means when you will die or throughout your life, your gains will be more than your losses, because your gains house has a more number than the house of your losses. Very simple. Understand it? This is the total accumulation of your losses, 17, and total accumulation of your gains, 36. See the difference? See the difference. Now, which is the second most weakest house in Narendra Modi's chart? 5th house. 5th house is house of love, romance, children, speculation. And we all know Narendra Modi is far, far, far away from all these things. He is not married, so he doesn't have any children. So how you see this chart, I tell you very clearly. First see your 12th house. First see which is the weakest house, okay? So weakest, the house which is scoring the lowest, you will find that that area of your life is the weakest. Then find the most strongest house. In Narendra Modi's chart, we see 36 points. 11th house is very strong. 11th is house of your gains, your expansion, your fulfillment of desires. And you see where he is at this point. And see his ascendant, which is also with 30 points. Physically fit. Approach towards life is awesome. Very strong. Leadership qualities. His 27 with 10, house number 10 has 27 points, which is again very good strength. As I said, anything between 28 and 30 is medium. 27 is a good strength. It's not less than 25. It's not weak. Status, political career, management skills, leadership skills. And joining with 11th house, it is really manifesting his desires. House number 9, 30, religious pursuit, spirituality, and you know he's a very religious person. He follows his religion with severe devotion and dedication, and we have seen that. And you see his second house of his family values, his culture is also very strong with 31 points. And see the 31 points in the third house, how hard working this person is. First house and third house is all about your self-efforts, your hard working, your willpower, your determination. And see the third house standing very tall and very thick, 31 points. Fourth house is 28, his home environment, his relationship with his mother. That's also been seen here. So you see in your chart which house shows you the maximum strength. And you see the seventh house is 24 only for Narendra Modi. He's not married. Weak seventh house. Weak fifth house. No children. No speculation. Sixth house is good. Good health. Good valor. And also the eighth house is good, that he thinks very deeply. He is a visionary. He plans things in advance. He thinks beyond the level and the capacity of normal human beings. He thinks deeper and deeper and deeper. So you understand this. Once you understand this, you will literally can able to read your life. Now, I give you some formulas here. Your 12th house accumulated score should always be less than 11. That means you will have gains in life. Your house number 2 plus 6 plus 11. The score of these three, if it is greater than 5 plus 8 and plus 12, 12th houses. So the score of second house plus 6th house plus 12th house, plus 11th house, if it is greater than the score of 5, 8 and 12, you will make more profits and more money in life than you will lose. So this is more money. This is losses. Loss of money to your opponent. So calculate the second house in your chart. Add the number 2, the number you see in your second house. Add the number 6, sixth house number, and the 11th house number. These are the accumulated gains of financial gains in your life. It should be always bigger than 5, 8, 12. If your 5, 8, 12, which is your opponent's houses, if this is bigger, if this value comes as a greater, then you will lose more money to your opponents rather than gain money in your life. Similarly, if you see 159 score is more than 6, 8, 12. So score of 1 plus 5 plus 9th house. First house, 5th house and 9th house is greater than 6, 8, 12. You will have a healthy life. But if it is opposite, your 6, 8, 12 is scoring more than 159, then you will have ill health. You will have some health problems and issues and challenges. Because 6, 8, 12 is miseries, problems, health issues, financial problems. 159 is your immunity. It boosts your fortune and gives you the favor and also helps you fight back any disease or anything you get in your life, any sickness you get in your life. So this is a combination you need to see. So for overall growth in life, and then you also see the score of your first house, 4th house, 7th house and 10th house. These are the houses which give you most material gains in life. If this score is good, these houses are strengthened, like more than 27, 28, you are going to lead a good life with a lot of material gains. You will have a gains of vehicle, property, you will have a gain of your health, you will have a gain of your partners, your marriage life, your business, entrepreneurship, and you will also gain your status. So this is very, very, very important. And finally, you can also see your house of marriage and not being able to marriage or your tendency to be separated very easily using this system. You add house number 2, house number 7, and house number 10. 2 plus 7 plus 10, the score of these three houses. Let's say in this example, we have this score 82. So these are for marriage houses. And score of 1, 6, and 10. This is for your being separated, separation, tendencies to get separated, or getting divorced in life, or having some gaps in your marital relationship. This score in this case is 87. 30 plus 30, 60 plus 27, 87. So which is scoring high in Narendra Modi's chart? 1610 is scoring higher than 82. So that's the reason he is not married. He chose to be single. Even if he would have been married, he would have found not being satisfied, or some kind of separation tendencies would have been there. You can also depict depression here. You can also depict health issues here. You can also see anything. If you know the house combinations, what houses give you what results, all you have to do is add the score of these houses and compare with the score of those houses which negate that significance. Like for instance, marriage is seen by 2, 7, 10, and 1, 6, 10 negates marriage. 1, 5, 9 gives you good health. 6, 8, 12 gives you bad health. 2, 6, 11 gives you good finance. 5, 8, 12 takes finance out of you. 12th is the accumulated houses of your losses. 11th is the accumulated houses of your gains. So you always have to see that your gains have more score than your losses. And that is what you will get in your life. Very easy. Very, very, very easy. So check your charts. See what scores you are getting in each houses. Pick the lowest score house first. That is the area of your life you will find weaknesses. Pick the highest scoring house in your chart. That is a house which will give you the maximum benefits in life. And then to see particular event of your life, whether that will be good or bad, just combine these houses and add a score of this, and then compare it with the score of those houses which negates that event. Okay, so this is what you need to do. And I will show you how to see transits through Ashtakavarga system, which is also very, very, very powerful, in my next video. Because if I combine everything in this video will become very lengthy, and I don't want to put a lot of confusions in your head. Try the system, play with the system, send me your comments, feedbacks, questions if you have. I will help you. But understand this, the moment you understand the system in your subconscious mind, when you start thinking about it with more clarity, you will understand that how divine this Vedic astrology is. That the father of Vedic astrology, even 5,000 years down the line, when he created these techniques, Sage Prasha knew that the simplest, the fastest, the most effective and accurate technique would be using the digital numbers. And that is what we use in other techniques also, which I teach, the Nari Nakshatra astrology, the KP astrology. They are all number based, they are all digital. Very instant, accurate, and very, very prudent techniques. Ashtakavarga system is the same thing. No astrologer will teach you these techniques the way I am teaching you. You happen to open the books, you will get confused. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it, share it with the people whom you want them to transform their life and know about themselves. That will give you good karmas. And as always, I'm here to help you, guide you to transform your life and live and lead a very happy life. This is Astrologer Mohnish once again. I will see you in my next video, where I will be showing you the technique of Ashtakavarga transit chart, how to decode that, how to see the events of your life on an everyday basis. So until then, thank you, and I see you in the next video. Stay happy and stay safe.